Committee on Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry to order. We have a variety of farmers and ranchers from across the country here today to give us their perspectives on marketplace opportunities and challenges in the livestock and the poultry sectors. Who better to testify before this committee than producer leaders representing these industries that play such an important role in the economic stability of rural America, and certainly in my home state of Kansas and in the state of every member that is privileged to serve on this committee. It's been 5 years since our last committee hearing on the state of the livestock and poultry sectors. Thank you to Senator Heitkamp for making this suggestion, and we agreed some time back that it was time. I know everyone is interested to hear about the many events that have taken place during this period that have impacted the economic standing of your industries, as well as future opportunities and challenges for growth. Now, while the livestock industry and the poultry sectors weather ebbs and flows every day, one could argue that recent years have seen greater volatility and unpredictability than most. Today's livestock and poultry producers are operating in a highly cyclical marketplace. 1 year, they may receive record prices for their animals, and then the next see a dramatic drop in value, like we have seen recently in the beef sector. Other events, like the diseases that have ravaged the egg, pork, and turkey sectors, can leave our producers with little to no income for months on end. Unfortunately, we know there has been significant erosion in farm equity due to these disease outbreaks and marketplace volatility. Some producers were unable to weather that storm. Add into this equation the reality that this is an industry where the good times are typically composed of margins of just a few cents or a few dollars per animal, and you begin to understand what a tough animal agriculture business is. This reality demonstrates just how savvy today's farmers and ranchers must be in order to make a living, and that is a livelihood not for the risk-averse or the faint of heart. Yet I am confident that even in the face of today's challenges, the industries represented here will continue to lead the world in delivering safe and affordable meat products to our consumers. The importance of this sector to my home state of Kansas is immense, not to mention the home states of everybody on the committee. Eastern Kansas is known for its rolling flint hills, spotted with grazing cattle. Western Kansas is home to some of the country's largest and most modern beef feedlots. Excuse me. Kansas is the third largest beef producing state in the country, with deference to Texas and Nebraska. Hate to say that, really, but it's true. And it's also experiencing growth in pork production, which is a boon to many of our small rural communities. These sectors present here today are a significant driver of our rural economies. In fact, according to the most recent USDA agriculture census, the beef, pork, and poultry sectors account for 36% of the total agriculture sales on an annual basis, and that number is only growing up. Sales of cattle, hogs, poultry, and eggs also accounted for $141 billion annually. That's a billion with a B, not an M. These are impressive numbers. Thank you for taking the time away from your farms and your ranches and your businesses to educate your elected officials about your industries. Also, I ask unanimous consent to include in the record testimony submitted by the Livestock Marketing Association, and I now recognize the distinguished ranking member of our committee, Senator Stavelo.
Well, thank